Today we're going to go over time and how to find elapsed time, or how much time has gone by. And a number line is a pretty good way of doing it. And basically with a number line, you really want to get to the hours, or do it by hours, and then afterwards do it by minutes, or pretty much you want to hop. I would say you want to hop hours and then minutes, I guess, if that makes sense. Or you can do it like this, where you go from 2:53 to 3 o'clock, and then you hop an hour to 4 o'clock, and then you figure out how many more minutes it is till 4:28. That's a pretty good way of doing it, right? So let's just go through, and we are going to see a couple of ways to do this, right? So here we go. We have a start time at 5:41 a.m. and the end time is 7:26 a.m. So that's obviously, we have to make sure that we check that they're both the same, because 5:41 a.m. to 7:26 p.m. would be a whole lot of would be more than 12 hours, right? So you have to make sure that AM and PM are taken into account. So we have 5:41, right? So typically how I like to do it is I just hop hours until I can't hop hours anymore, and then I'll go to minutes. So what I like to do is, so let's say this is 5:41, right? So then I'm just going to hop over right here, and then I'm going to go 1 hour, and then this would be 6:41, right? Then from here, wait a minute, if I hop another hour, it would be 7:41. So then I have to figure out how many minutes it's going to take, okay, to get from 6:41 to 7 o'clock. And I know that there are 60 minutes in an hour. So you always have to remember that there are 60 minutes in an hour, because that's why time can be a little confusing, because numbers are based on 10 and 100, whereas hours, minutes, and seconds are all based on 60. So instead of this going up to 99 and then going to 6 o'clock, it goes up to 59 and then goes up to 6 o'clock. So what I'm doing here is really, I'm doing 60 minus 41, which I know equals 19. Okay, I could, line this up and do it just to show you, but I know that it equals 19. So 10 minus 1 is 9, 5 minus 4 equals 1, so it's 19. So then this would be 19 minutes to get to 7. And then here, from 7 to 7:26, obviously is 26 minutes. So now I just have to add these up. So 19 plus 26. Okay, let's just label this so we don't get confused. 9 plus 6 is 15. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 2 is 4. So this is 45. So the elapsed time would be 1 hour, 45 minutes. Okay, now let's go to this next one. So 10:06 a.m. to 1:24 p.m. So this is exactly what I was talking about. So you always have to be careful, okay? You always have to make sure you're looking at a.m. and p.m. So let's go. We are at 10:06. And we're just going to skip for hours until we can't skip anymore, right? So then we go 11:06. Okay. 1 hour, 12:06. And then obviously there's no 13:06, right? So is there a 13:06? Obviously not. After 12 o'clock, it switches to 1. So AM is the morning, right? And then 12 is noon. 12 p.m. is noon. And then 1 p.m. And then p.m. is from noon until midnight. And then AM is midnight until noon, right? So it is 1:06. And then if I were to hop another hour, it would be 2:06, which is obviously too much. So now I have to figure out how many minutes will it take from 1:06 to get to 1:24. And I can either do 6 plus blank equals 24, or the same way, the same thing written differently is 24 minus 6 equals. And I know 6 plus, so I can just do this. 24 minus 6, carry this, 1. 14 minus 6 equals 8. And then 1 minus 0, so it is 18 minutes. And then we get to 1:24. Now we just have to add all of these up. 1, 2, 3 hours and 18 minutes. 3 hours and 18 minutes. So hopefully that that cleared up how to do elapsed time with a number line.